morning. I'm Rachel James Terry, Director of Public Relations for Jackson State University. Wasn't planning on getting to the podium, but here I am. We're going to go ahead and get started with Morgan Graves. She's our SGA Vice President. She's going to do the welcome. She will introduce President Thompson, then President Thompson will do his remarks and introduce Commissioner Gipson.
Good morning. I am Morgan Bailey Graves, a third-year journalism and media studies scholar hailing from the racing capital of the world, Indianapolis, Indiana, and I serve as the SGA Vice President for the 2023-2024 academic year. I'd like to welcome Commissioner Andy Gipson and his team to JSU. It is also my privilege to address you today briefly touch on the profound impact of partnership and community building. At JSU, we understand that collaboration is key to progress. By forging partnerships between students, faculty, administration, and the broader community, we can achieve remarkable outcomes that benefit everyone involved. As representatives of the student body, we recognize our responsibility to be active participants in this process. By engaging with local businesses, organizations, and government agencies, we can leverage our resources and expertise to address pressing issues, promote economic development, and enhance the quality of life for all residents of Jackson and beyond. In conclusion, let us remember that the true growth requires a shared commitment to collaboration and community building. Together, let us continue to work tirelessly to elevate Jackson State University, Jackson, and Mississippi. With that said, it's my extreme pleasure to introduce our 13th president of Jackson State University, Dr. Marcus L. Thompson.
Good morning.
Morning.
And thank you, Morgan, for what you have brought to this special program today. And as she stated, Marcus Thompson and I'm honored to serve as the president of Jackson State University, where we have brilliant students like our SGA Vice President, Morgan Graves. And I'm also happy to welcome Commissioner Andy Gipson as our guest today. And we're grateful for him, and not only for his service in this role, but his service for many, many years to the state of Mississippi. And we wholeheartedly support the Mississippi Department of Agriculture and Commerce's efforts to promote our state institutions. Their initiative showcases the diversity and spirit of Mississippi's higher education institutions and symbolizes our commitment to collaboration and mutual support. This shared initiative celebrates the spirit of unity that we want to further define our state, and the unity, I'll say, that we have even as a system as IHL. And I also want to take a point of privilege to highlight the significance of collaboration with our community partners because it helps foster growth not only for our university, but also for the city of Jackson and the state of Mississippi as a whole. Here at Jackson State, we recognize that our success is deeply intertwined with the prosperity of our surrounding communities. By building relationships with our stakeholders, with our business leaders, administrators, and government entities and community organizations, we can bolster our collective influence and prowess to drive positive change and create new opportunities for growth and new opportunities for development. One crucial aspect of collaboration is using to ensure that our students have access to valuable internships and job opportunities that will equip them with the skills and experiences they need to succeed in the ever-evolving job market. Through ongoing communications and partnerships with organizations like the Mississippi Department of Agriculture and Commerce, we want to continue to provide our students with real-world experiences that give them a head start in their careers upon graduation. Through relationship building and collaboration, I believe we can create a brighter future for our students, our communities, and the entire state of Mississippi. And again, we thank Commissioner Gipson for being an impetus in that. And through relationship building and collaboration, I believe we can create a brighter future. And with that said, I'm so honored again to welcome our friend Commissioner Gipson to the podium and thank him and the MDAC for their support. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, what a great honor to be here this morning. I'll have to tell you, last night I had a speaking engagement Union County, way up north Mississippi. And I wound up driving back through the storm all the way down I-55 because I knew I wanted to be here this morning. And it's great to be on the campus of Jackson State University. Thank you, President Thompson. Thank you so much to each one of you that's had a part in this. And we're excited to announce this partnership today. You know, I cannot claim credit for this idea. Our marketing team and our staff, regulatory staff at the Department of Agriculture, had the idea some years ago to highlight through a very simple item, and that is our inspection stickers, the school colors of each of our 8 public universities. And we do appreciate each one of them. And this is Jackson State University's year. Can we give the leadership and students here a great hand of applause? Thank you. You may have already seen these inspection stickers around the state. We have a devoted team of Department of Agriculture staff, and many of them are here today. I'm going to recognize some of them in a moment. But we have a fantastic team, and this Department of Agriculture and Commerce is tasked with many different things. A lot of people may think only of agriculture when they see the Department of Ag or the Commissioner of Agriculture, but actually there is a commerce side to this department. And it's been that way since its existence for over 100 years. We are tasked with many different responsibilities that literally do touch the lives of every individual in the state of Mississippi. So before I get onto the actual colors that we're going to be featuring here, I want to talk about where these inspection stickers are going to be located. And we have at least 4 different areas around the state where you will see the Jackson State University colors of navy blue and the I love blue, all right? So first of all, and maybe most familiar to everyone, is our petroleum inspection division. We have a division that tests the gasoline pumps and the diesel fuel pumps all across the state of Mississippi. Last year, that division tested over 58,000 devices. And when we do that, under the direction of our leader, Dr. Jennifer Thompson, and his great leader right here, the petroleum division, what we do is we test for 2 things: quantity, to make sure the pumps are dispensing the quantity that is not only allowed but required, so you're getting what you pay for, and also the quality, to make sure that the combustion is the right level. We don't want water in the gasoline or the diesel fuel. And I will tell you, these inspection stickers go on those pumps, 58,000 and some odd pumps across the state. And when you see them, you know that our people have been there and that they've been tested. So look for those navy blue and the I love blue colors at your inspection stickers. And if you have a problem, there's a number on there you can call. And I promise you, we'll have somebody there today to handle that issue. Also, we have a weights and measures division under the direction of Brent Bowman and his team. Weights and measures is a huge part of commerce to make sure that our products are being transported across the state through our petroleum division, as I mentioned, but also weights and measures. Every item that is sold in the state of Mississippi by weight is tested. The scales are tested, and each one of those scales are tested annually. So whether it's a load of a cattle that's being run across a livestock scale, our folks will be out there once a year testing those scales. Look for those stickers. Or a load of logs you might see going down the highway. Logs, heavy logs, tons and tons of wood product. Or it may be that you got a hankering for a bag of boiled peanuts like I do and you want to buy pounds worth of them. And those scales too will be tested. Everything sold in commerce and at the grocery stores. Our scanners, the grocery scanners that test and make sure everyone is ringing up accurately. And so look for those stickers there. The Consumer Protection Division under the direction of Henri Fuselier right there. Did I say that right, Henri? He's a great Mississippi guy. And we are in the grocery stores testing for consumer protection to make sure that meats are being processed carefully and weighed properly. And also the produce scales, you'll see those, 6,889 scales and other devices at retail locations to make sure that your meat and produce is safe and convenient at your stores and farmers market. And they'll also feature the JSU colors of navy blue and the I love blue. Finally, we partner with private industry. Every testing device that weighs product in the state. We have a facility on the campus of Alcorn State, as a matter of fact, that is called our metrology division. And there we test those scales and calibrate those scales to make sure they are calibrated and operating in accordance with the National Institute standards for weights and measures. And so that's another place that each one of those scales and devices that's being sold in the state will be tested and that sticker applied. So we literally at the Department of Ag, we're really proud when we say this. We do a lot of different things. You might see us at the state fair or the rodeo, but actually behind the scenes, the regulatory divisions, the consumer protection divisions, the petroleum, the weights and measures, the metrology lab, all of those are contributing to the health and the welfare and the consumer protection and the good of the people of Mississippi all across this state every day. Can we give my staff a great hand? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for what you do. Thank y'all. And with that, I want to hold up these colors, and I'll have a few last comments about other ways that we get to partner with Jackson State. You see these colors, Mr. President? We proudly display them on all these devices, tens of thousands of devices across the state of Mississippi. And when you see them, you remember not only the Department of Ag and the work that we do, but remember Jackson State. And we appreciate y'all very much. Thank you. I did mention we partner in so many other ways. We do, and we are tasked with operating the Mississippi State Fair on the state fairgrounds, which is the largest event in the state of Mississippi. And a few years ago, when the COVID pandemic hit, and we wanted to keep the state fair going, so we partnered with the Jackson State University, and you good folks in your department did a great economic impact study on the economic impact of the Mississippi State Fair, and it's been very, very impressive. Hundreds of millions of dollars of economic activity generated by the state fair right here in Jackson, Mississippi. And today, this is the first time I've announced this, but I'm really excited to announce that we have a brand new contract to keep the Mississippi State Fair right here on the state fairgrounds the next 10 years in Jackson, Mississippi. All right. So thank you for your partnership. Thank you so much. And we're excited about that. And we invite everybody to come out to the state fair October 3rd through the 13th, if I remember correctly. Well, with that, I just want to emphasize how much we appreciate our relationship with Jackson State University. We're honored to be a part of this partnership. And really, it is partnership that makes Mississippi better. When we work together, we can do so much more working together. And I'm thankful to be a part of this, thankful to be a part of the promotion, and thankful and grateful to have been so graciously welcomed here today at Jackson State University. Thank you, Mr. President, and God's greatest blessings on you and your administration. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Any questions? I'm excited about it. You know, this is the first time that we've featured the colors of Jackson State University. And we have actually been working behind the scenes with each of the universities to get the exact colors that they want to display, your school colors. You see them on display right here at these 4 different divisions. It's something that we can do. It's a simple thing, but I think it's also a profound thing to say that we really are partners together. And we want to make Mississippi the best it can be in every respect, both on a regulatory and commerce side of things and educationally as well. And we value Jackson State and the great work that they do right here in the great city of Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you all, and we look forward to continuing partnering with you. Any others? Yeah. Well, thank you. I meant to say something about, you alluded to internships, and I want to open the door wide open to internships. We have a need in this state, and it's workforce development. And that need translates not only to the private sector, where it is very real, but also in the Department of Agriculture. We have a need for a constant pipeline of young people who want to have a career and work. And we want to welcome internships through Jackson State University and our Department of Agriculture. I mentioned just some of the areas that are opportunities for folks to work in. There are so many more. We have many different divisions. In our regulatory division, we do a lot of produce safety work. We do a lot of work on farms. We also do a lot of inspections of seeds, for example, and at our seed lab and other areas in the state. So what we like to do through the internships and workforce development is get young people who who want to work in the door. And then we let them get an example, a sample of all the different work that we do at the Department of Ag. And we, Mr. President, we invite you and your students here to be involved in that program as well. We want and we desperately need young people in the workforce pipeline, and we want to come alongside them and show them the opportunities for careers at the Department of Agriculture and Commerce. So that is an open invitation. Whoever would like to follow up on that, you please get with us, or our staff. Paige Manning, our Director of Marketing, is here, and we would, Jennifer Thompson, our Director of Regulatory, we would love to follow up with students on that opportunity. And summertime's coming up. Summertime's a good time for internships, so the time is now. People will start thinking about internships right now. Any other questions? We're excited to display navy blue and the I Love Blue all across the state of Mississippi. God bless you, and God bless Jackson State University. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. President.